Hi, this is Scott with Specter Gear, and this is a Tactical Sling 101 video. This is a video series designed to better educate people into what tactical slings are, why they do what they do, and some of the reasons why they're set up the way they're set up. And for today, what I want to answer is a question that we're asked quite often, and that is, why is it that the tactical sling needs to be mounted to the offside of the weapon or side mounted on the weapon? We get people that have inquired quite often, actually, whether or not you can attach the sling to the bottom swivels. You can, but the problem with it is the sling will then not work the way it's designed to work. The whole idea behind a tactical sling, and pretty much the primary way in which it's used, is as a mechanism to hang the weapon properly to transition to a sidearm should the weapon stop firing for any reason, whether it's a malfunction or whether the weapon itself has run out of ammunition. In that case, your immediate action drill should always be to let the weapon hang, transition to your sidearm, and stay in the fight if that's what's required if you're currently under duress. Obviously, if you're in a covered situation and you're not under direct threat, you can address the weapon and execute a reload or execute a malfunction clearance. But the idea is basically, if that situation occurs, you just simply guide the weapon down to hang to the offside, and then that clears an open path to the sidearm for a transition. Now, the way in which the weapon hangs, if it's properly mounted on the gun, is so that when it comes time to recover your long gun, everything is in the right place to do so. It's in the proper position so you can achieve a firing grip on the weapon and achieve a proper grip on the forend and bring the weapon back to bear. If you were to hang the weapon from or attach the weapon or the sling to the bottom mounted swivels, what would happen is when you released, when it went to hang, it would then pivot and hang like this. Now then when you go to recover the weapon, everything is in the wrong direction. You've got to turn everything around before you can bring it back up. It doesn't necessarily mean the sling won't work, but as I said, the sling will not work as it's designed or intended to do so. Another thing that will occur is if you're attached to the bottom swivels, as you're working with the gun, if any tension comes onto the sling, if it's side mounted, it just simply pulls and keeps everything upright, but it pulls it into your shoulder. If you're attached to the bottom, if you might be sweeping to a target on the right, it may cause the weapon to begin to cant away from your eye and you lose your sight picture. So those are just a couple of important reasons why you want to mount the sling to the side of the weapon. So what I want to do is kind of just give a real quick demonstration live fire of what that entire process looks like. I'm going to fire a couple of rounds probably. The weapon is going to stop firing. In this case, it's going to stop firing because it's out of ammunition. And what I'm going to do, because for this simulation I'm still under duress, I'm going to go ahead and show how to let the weapon hang, transition to the sidearm, come up, get a couple shots off with a handgun, recover the long gun, and then execute a reload. So it'll look a little bit like this. And just like so. So that's pretty much the entire process, kind of in an abbreviated sense. But again, that's just a short video to give you an idea of at least answer one question: why do slings need to be mounted to the side of the weapon? So with that, I'll bring it to a close. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. This is Scott from Specter Gear. Take it easy.